Now, an unprecedented crisis playing out over the weekend. Russian President Vladimir Putin faced a dramatic challenge to his rule after an armed rebellion led by mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin led his troops out of Ukraine and into the south of Moscow. The group says it was not a military coup. Now, despite the group abruptly turning back, this would be the Wagner group, it's still being labeled as one of the biggest challenges to Putin's regime in decades. Stock futures trading a little lower, kind of narrow range, as investors remain concerned over what the short-lived rebellion means for markets. Trying to help us read the tea leaves here, Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman joins us now. Hey, Rick.
Hey, guys. I think the biggest question for markets right now is this actually a short-lived rebellion? In other words, is it over, or is this just the beginning of something bigger that's likely to happen? Obviously, we don't know, but the sort of imponderables here are quite interesting. So is Vladimir Putin's leadership falling apart? If that were to happen, it would have major implications, not just for energy markets. Russia, of course, major exporter of oil and gas, but also wheat. Russia's a huge exporter of wheat. Also lots of commodities, minerals, nickel, cobalt, things like that. So those are all the things that are at stake if there is some, potential change of power in Russia. And then you also have to ask the question, what effect is any of this likely to have on the war in Ukraine itself? I mean, if this would hasten the end of the war and benefit Ukraine, that would obviously be bullish for global markets, but it could be quite a mess getting there. So just a mind-blowing series of developments in Russia, and many analysts think it's not close to being over yet.
Not close to being over. I mean, do we have any sense of what happens in the very near term here, Rick? I mean, we know that the head of the Wagner group has gone to Belarus, or at least that was part of the agreement, but we're actually not sure that he's gone there. But do we know what to watch for this week, for example?
Yeah, I mean, the sort of personal drama regarding this guy, Yevgeny Prigozhin, is fascinating. And many people think he will not be alive at the end of the year. He's going to fall out of a window or be poisoned or something like that. But the broader question is about Putin's hold on power. Many analysts are expecting some kind of purge among people who may have sort of thrown in with Prigozhin or not sufficiently stood up on Putin's behalf. There's a question of the two guys who are basically running the war and doing a terrible job. They have not been seen. So there are all these questions about who is actually in charge in Russia, and I think also importantly, who is running the war. These are the kinds of things we're trying to figure out, and whether there will be some changes in this cast of unruly characters, or things will somehow get back to normal, is one of the things everybody's trying to figure out right now.
Yes, most definitely. All right, Rick, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.